time to actually get the decks out and shit like that, and then pretty good. In fact, we've just gone live. So welcome.
Oh, okay, cool. I was gonna say, I was gonna just say I'm gonna get mine. Let's see. Next weekend is the first week. Oh no, Sunday is the first day of October. So that's probably when I'm gonna get all my ghosts and stuff put up.
Yeah,
so.
we're kind of early because we're having a bit of a clear out because we've got so much crap that we're like,
right.
We've got old stuff, so it's like let's get it binned and shit like that. But we've got a load of stuff.
Good point.
In fact, I've started putting stuff in the studio, and if I turn my camera round, there's a guy standing. Can you see him?
Oh yeah, I can. Nice.
Yeah. That's actually on my microphone stand. So we've got this like really big whatever it is creature, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to put it in the studio. And then he only went in about an hour ago, and then I walked in just before. I forgot he was there and totally shit myself.
So yeah, I don't have any inside Halloween decorations. I've only got outside-y one. Yeah, I've got, and they're not, the ones at my house aren't super spooky because two little girls live next door. So and they get scared of stuff like that. So I just put out like a ghost.
Oh yeah.
And then I've got a jack-o'-lantern, and I think I'm gonna get. I saw a couple scarecrows that are like happy-looking scarecrows that I'm kind of like, I think I'm gonna go get some of those and put those up. So just because I want to decorate for Halloween, but I don't want to scare the little girls next door.
I was gonna say I'm completely the opposite, because if there was little kids living next door to me, I'd go all out and make it as scary as fuck.
I thought about it, but they're just like the nicest little kids. I'm like,
I know. You don't want to freak them.
I would feel so bad.
I mean, we put loads of things in the house, inside the house. We don't do a lot in the garden, so it's kind of like maybe I need to up my game and get the garden sorted.
Maybe you do.
Pieces anyway. Welcome to Dark Festive Delights, where we talk all things Halloween and Christmas, because we're nuts about all that shit. And this is kind of the first episode
after two pilots that are lost forever.
I've deleted them now. Let's not talk about them. We can talk about them. We didn't know what the fuck we were doing. Well, I didn't know what the fuck we were doing. So
we just had some tech problems.
But hopefully this will be okay. So we're going to talk. We both of us. We're on the Coffee Jelly Hour podcast. We both like Halloween, both like Christmas. It's September now, so we're probably going to just talk Halloween because it's full on.
Very, very much so.
Halloween,
because it is full on.
Oh yeah. It's ridiculous. I've still got like about another 3 boxes to get out my attic and set up, which I'm going to do this weekend. Which is, I just love it. It's ridiculous. I have a 2-year-old son, and he's like, that's scary. It's like, oh shit, maybe I can't put that out. In fact, I should have brought it in with me, but it's in the other room. I've got like a rubber severed hand, and it's ridiculously.
See, but when they're your kids, you can raise them to be like, no, it's not scary. It's just
it's fun.
It's fun for us, and it's scary for other people, but not for us. So,
scared other people. Well, the thing is, Jake's 2, and he looks at scary things, and he's like, "That's not real." And I was like, "That's fine. You're cool."
There you go. That's good. That's good.
Which is good. Oh, the other thing I was going to say, I've got I'm trying to wear as many sort of horror Halloween related T-shirts. And to stand up, if my cable doesn't really stretch that long, but I've actually got my Bates Motel.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Now it's not actually from the TV series. It's from Universal Studios theme park.
I've been there.
The thing is, I just talked to my wife before, and I was like, "Can you remember?" I mean, it was a long time ago. I got this T-shirt. I was like, "Can you remember where we got it? Was it Florida or was it Hollywood?" And she wasn't too sure, because
I know, because out in Hollywood they have because
they've got
at the one in Hollywood you can go on the backlot tour where they still have a lot of the old sets. Like they have the set for How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and they have the original Bates Motel, and that's where you go and you see that they've got the motel part, and then up above it they've got the miniaturized house that's up there, so that it looks like it's further away. So it looks like it's further away than it is.
See, I can't remember if it was from the Hollywood one, which was about maybe 10 years ago, or it was Universal Studios Orlando, where maybe, was it 5 years or 10 years ago, they had an Alfred Hitchcock sort of exhibit you could walk through, and there was like you could see the shower scene being filmed from Psycho, and then you could look through binoculars and see like everything happening rear window sort of style across the way and stuff. So I can't remember where I bought this t-shirt. I literally I've got hundreds of t-shirts. I was going through them. I was like, this is cool. So yeah, I'm trying to wear as many.
Pretty cool. I've got a Psycho shirt that it's got the outline of the shower scene, you know, outline, the shadow, but inside it's filled with like it's got Norman's picture and it's got the skeleton mother's picture and it's got the Bates, you know, it's filled in with, and then on the back it just says we all go a little mad sometimes.
Oh, that's good. That's a good. I like that. That's a good t-shirt.
That's good. Yeah.
So every episode I'm going to try to wear something suitable, and
if I had actually planned ahead, I would be wearing it, but I was not planning ahead.
I should have really communicated with you. I just didn't. I didn't really think about it until now. Right now, when we're live, so it's a bit shit. So listen, Halloween. I believe you've already done your first scare attraction. Your first.
Yeah, I went last weekend.
Where'd you go?
I went down to Nightmare New England, which is it's something I go to pretty much every year. And it's down in New Hampshire, and it's several acres. I can't remember because there's a clown house.
Oh,
there's
nice.
Yeah, there's the clown house. There's like the junkyard. It's a clown house, junkyard, Hillbilly Woods. These aren't the names of them. They're just the best way to describe them. Like the Hillbilly Woods one is called the Colony,
right?
And the junkyard is called something else, and so then they have like a more traditional haunted house.
Got it. Yeah.
Then they have the hayride, the haunted hayride.
What was that like?
And in the middle, it's so great. And in the middle of it, they have like a carnival with like a giant bonfire and like candy apples and stuff like that. And yeah, it's pretty great.
I know you got photos. You get any video footage or not?
No. I got a couple pictures of just some of the actors walking around and stuff like that. Yeah, there's stuff online if you just look for Nightmare New England. Spooky World presents Nightmare New England.
I need to have a look at that. That sounds amazing. So, what was your favorite house?
I always like the one they call the Manor the best.
Oh right, okay.
And then the haunted hayride is usually the best part of the whole thing. Right. It's like this big, long hayride through the woods, and it goes through like a trailer park and through like a plane crash and through like a jungle full of cannibals and stuff, and through like a giant spider house and through like a slaughterhouse.
My wife would probably die at that point.
It sucks. I hate the spider one.
You don't like spiders
so much. No.
Let me tell you just a quick story, and we'll get back to those houses or that ride. The other day, my wife's arachnophobic, and she was doing the ironing, and she picked I think it was one of her tops or t-shirts, put it on the ironing board, went to iron, and the biggest fucking spider come out. Item of clothing, and she freaked out. I mean, how she didn't throw the hot iron? She managed for it down. Freaked out and all.
Kill it with the hot iron. Kill it with the hot iron.
So when we were going through opening all our Halloween decorations tonight, and they've just come down from the attic, she's like, "You open them all, because if there's another spider in there, I'm gonna die." So it was kind of one of that. So did you just freak out with the spiders? Were you just like?
Yeah. Well, I'm used to it, and I know they're all. But they did something new this year that they didn't do last year. It was they blew some air at you, so it felt like things were landing on you.
I thought they were going to say
that took me by surprise. Yeah, right. I was like,
whoa! And how much is a ticket price? That's not bad. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. So yeah. The what they called? Not air pumps, bazooka.
Yeah, kind of like an air bazooka, kind of like an air cannon. Yeah,
I've been in Halloween Horror Nights, Universal, and they've used those, and it's so effective. And I've kind of like got one sort of near enough, real close range. And it's like someone has touched you, but no one's actually touched you.
Yeah, exactly.
So did it work well? Did it work well?
It worked well on me. Yeah, that one did. It was I didn't expect it, and they did. It's mostly the same pretty much every year.
Yeah. I guess they had little bits.
I wish like this year in the one called the Colony, where you walk through like the hillbilly woods.
Right.
It used to be you would get to the end and there was like a dark room type deal, but this time you got to the end and it was like you entered the room and there was like a fog that was about waist high.
Wow.
And they were projecting green like laser lights onto it, so it looked like swamp water.
Wow.
And so you couldn't really see the ground, and all of a sudden someone like popped up out of the fog and like the green swamp water. That was really cool.
Such a good idea. And I guess
it was really brilliant. It was really brilliant.
So did you feel like really sort of a bit wobbly on your feet because you couldn't see where your feet were?
Not as much as at the end of the Clown House one though. They have one of those things that I hate because I get super motion sick. It's one of the. It's the one where it's the tunnel. Yeah, the rotating tunnel where you walk over the bridge and the tunnel rotates around you. I had to close my eyes, hold onto the railing, and walk through because otherwijse I just would have gotten so seasick.
I've been in a few of them. First one was the first Halloween Horror Nights we did, and when I experienced stuff, I was like, I want to put 100% into this. I want to be there, and it was an entrance to one of the, I don't even know which house it was, and I was like that to the missus. I was like, oh, this is going to be great. So I literally started walking, and next minute I couldn't walk, and I was like, I'm going to fall over. My wife's like, what are you doing? What's going on? I was like, and it was terrible.
Because it's meant to make you feel like you're spinning, and on me, it really it didn't. My brother was right behind me, and it didn't phase him at all. Like he thought it was great, and it doesn't phase him like at all. I get like so bad. I'm like, I got to it, and I'm like, no, I know. I'm like, nope, I can't do this. I'm grabbing onto the railing and just closing my eyes and forging through.
I just remember the first time I've experienced something like that was in it was when I was a kid, and there's a ghost train in Blackpool, which is a seaside resort in the northwest of England, and this ghost train is still there. I absolutely love it because it's just like a classic ghost train, really old and creaky, but it comes around the corner when you're inside. The train at one point comes around the corner, slows down, and there's this like sort of luminous tunnel rotating, and it's so weird because it feels like you're going to fall out of the train. You're sitting down, but you're like, I'm actually going over this. It's such a weird feeling, isn't it? My brain I can't handle it at all.
I've just sent you a link to one of Spooky World's Nightmare New England's just posts, so you can get kind of an idea.
Oh, wicked! I'll have a look at that.
The
one of the hallucinations and insanity.
The Clown House one, you put on 3D glasses, and it's painted with all this neon 3D paint.
Brilliant.
And it's all just black lights and 3D.
That is so. The 3D stuff is just freaky, isn't it? And the strobe as well. I mean, that's the other thing. The strobes are
strobe lights make me. Yeah, they had one of those.
I love them, but I just feel like I'm going to walk into, I don't know, something jutting out the wall. I'm going to like sort of take an eye out or something like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, this is so weird. It's I've been in a few of them. One of the best ones I went to was Not Scary Farm years ago.
Yeah, I've heard of that. That was really good.
3D clown one with strobes and basically clowns with big freaky faces and hands coming right out. And the strobes were basically as strobes go, but it was like one moment the clown was there, and then the next minute he was kind of like there, and I was like, oh my god, and there's nothing in between, and it's like, oh, this is freaky. It's like you're going insane, basically. I love it.
I love it. Yeah, it's great.
If I remember, when I was a kid, me and a friend we had like old Atari computers, and we used to just program in BASIC, so the screen, the TV, just go black, white, turn all the lights off, and it's like, this is amazing. We've created strobes, and you can do it at different speeds, and it's a bit sad, really, isn't it? But it's. I need to get a strobe. I need to get a strobe for my house because I just thought we've got
strobes. Strobes make me feel a little queasy too. I don't know why they mess with my head. They make me feel. Yeah.
Well, I'm just thinking I've got a smoke machine, so I should really get a strobe as well. I need to do something freaky and scare my friends this Halloween. Definitely, yeah. I'll end up killing them.
Yeah, you should. That'd be so much fun.
I want to do it. I want to scare them to death, which is cool. Listen,
get them real good.
Oh yeah. Just going on about haunted hayride. There's a place around me called Spooky World as well, but it's not. Is it Spooky?
Different.
Oh no, shit! There is one called Spooky World. No, I'm thinking of place by me called Church Farm, which it's a kiddies farm place which do a Halloween thing, but they do a haunted hayride. And what I kind of really liked about that was they would plant actors within the actual tractor trailer thing. So partway through, when you're kind of in the middle of nowhere, they would kind of like, there was two of them. There was just like a couple. But what we didn't see was they put masks on and they were at the back, and the next minute they just freaked out and it freaked everyone out.
Oh, nice.
It was
crazy. And
I loved it.
On the haunted hayride, the best part about the haunted hayride is at the Nightmare New England that I went to is that that's the only part where the actors can touch you, run up behind if you sit along the edge of the trailer, they can run up behind you and like reach in and they hop right in the trailer, and they can walk right up and start like, and not like hard slapping, but walk up and just kind of hey, do that thing where they're not, and they can get right in your face. And
I love it. I love it. It's so intimidating. It's like, I'm safe. I'm not going to be killed, but it feels like I'm going to be killed.
There was the fun part is there's one part where you go through a tunnel just made out of hay bales.
Oh, right.
But it's got a couple doors in the side of it, and guys pop out with chainsaws. And they just start rattling the chainsaws along the side of the cart you're riding in.
Oh my God. It frightens me, the chainsaws, but I do love them.
There was a guy chasing people around the park with a chainsaw. Like, he would just jump out of places and just chase people with a chainsaw. Was
the thing with that. As soon as you run, they'll just pinpoint you and they'll keep going. And we've been at events and I'm like, don't run, because they'll just keep running.
And it's like, there's no chain on that chainsaw. Like, it's a safety, but the sound of a running chainsaw is just an intimidating noise.
Well, you know what I always think? I'm thinking, just imagine this Halloween event I'm at, some nutter turns up with a real chainsaw and no one realizes, and he just starts hacking people up. I wonder if that's ever happened. Terrible. We should Google it. I bet it's happened, doesn't it? Yeah. It might happen.
Probably not. I feel like that would be pretty famous.
Yeah, it would.
I feel like we shouldn't give anybody ideas.
Oh, no. It gave me an idea. I could get really famous this Halloween. No, I'm not going to do it. Don't do it. Some news. I've got one of the biggest Halloween events in the UK. It's a place called it's another farm. It's called Farmer Ted's, but they call it Farmageddon during Halloween, and it's just on the outskirts of Liverpool, and it's probably one of the biggest and probably one of the best in the UK. And I've managed over the past couple of months, I've managed to kind of get like a bit of a deal with them, and I've been sort of writing music for them. So I'm collaborating for all the soundtracks with their audio design. In the past, they've had a bit of music and weird soundscapes for all the houses, which was great, but we kind of approached each other and we kind of talk, and we were like, you know what, we do need more sort of full on sort of like, music for the houses. It's I'm part of it now, which is great.
That's cool. That's
so
really cool.
they've done. I'm really excited. It's only 3 houses. And there's an additional outdoor event, which I'll tell you about in a minute. But they've already done sort of various press nights, and it's been in like loads of big papers on websites in this country, and people are like raving about it. And then it starts for real this Saturday. And then I think maybe next week they're going to get me down one night on a quiet night just to experience it all kind of there live with my music and sound. I'm like, I cannot wait. And then we're going to go back close to Halloween. So it's going to be
I get it. Okay, if you're going to go back, because the fun part of going to scare things like that is absolutely when people are afraid. Like I got into a couple groups with some screamers, and that's the fun part. Is when you said you were going to go alone down there, I was like, that's no fun on a quiet night or whatever. I was like, that's no fun.
But you know what? I'm thinking I'll go along, and they'll be like, this is the guy who's composed all the music. I'll probably go through these houses and absolutely be petrified. I'll probably lose it. I'll probably wet myself. That would be funny, that wouldn't it? Really, that would be good. That would be good press, really, wouldn't it? That
would be great. Yeah.
But then we're going to go back, probably closer to Halloween, and there's going to be like 4 of us. And,
of course,
and, like, friends have been going, well, if you go on your own and you experience it, and then you go back with us, it's not going to be as fun for you? And I'm like, well, it is, because I'll probably forget loads of the stuff. Plus, I'm going to be with you guys who are probably going to freak out. So I'm kind of excited to do both. So it's really good. But the other thing, so they've got 3 houses. So I've wrote music. I've wrote how many 11 pieces of music for the entire event kind of thing. So there's 3 houses. So there's like a hillbilly farm one. I think there's like a one with mutants where there's been some like toxic waste and stuff, and then there's the manor, which is probably similar to what you were talking about, and
right, like a real traditional haunted house,
exactly,
deal with
exactly. And then on top of that, which I cannot wait to experience, they have this zombie invasion where you basically it's like a haunted hayride where you get onto the sort of the truck on the back of a tractor. They drive you out into the middle of a field in the middle of nowhere. You're armed with paintball guns, and then the zombies start attacking you. You've got to take the zombies out. They don't shoot back. So you just literally, no one's shooting back, so you're just annihilating them. I'm like, oh my god, I cannot wait for that.
That's really cool.
So that's.
Oh, I remembered one other one I got. There's another one I want to go to.
Oh, right.
That's over in New Hampshire, but I'm not gonna make it because it's another 3-hour drive there and back and everything, which is how far Spookyville is from me,
right?
Or Spooky World. So I'm not gonna do. But there is one right here in Vermont called Nightmare Vermont.
Oh, right, yeah.
And I was just reading, and I knew kind of the details of it, but I was just reading their official summary. It says, this year, Nightmare Vermont will lock you in a malfunctioning trans-dimensional lab. There are characters who can help you, monsters trying to kill you, and puzzles to solve if you want to get out before we nerve gas the whole building.
Wow.
We have a big bag of tricks to play on patrons this year, some of them so off the wall that we'll need every ticket buyer to sign a waiver to get in.
Wow, that's a bit freaky.
The one I want to go to, here you go. Extra Bloody Night will be the very last show on the last night of the run, Saturday, October 28th at 10:40 p.m. Be prepared, you will get dirty and you will get bloody.
Oh, that's amazing.
I am going.
Oh, you've got to go.
That.
Get photos, get video footage. That'll be hilarious. That'd be good. So it's like
that one is a charitable event. Yes, $13. It's such a good price.
That's amazing. So it sounds like it's like an escape room type thing.
Yeah, which is new this year. It always Nightmare Vermont has always been. It has a cohesive storyline.
Right.
But the escape room this year is a new aspect.
Wow,
which
sounds good. And that last night, that is going to be nuts. That is that's going to be crazy. I've been to a few, where you've had to sort of get on your hands and knees in like crawl spaces and stuff like that and get bloody, and it was like freaky. And then other ones were like mazes in fields and stuff like that. And especially in the UK with rain, it's so muddy and stuff like that. It's like, oh geez. But I reckon. So do you reckon that one you're talking about there? Do you reckon that's like blood and? Well,
yeah, it will be. Yeah,
it's going to be like a Gwar sort of concert.
Yes, exactly.
In fact, Gwar played here years ago, round by us, and I remember going, and we all just come out.
I've seen him once.
Have you seen him? Were you close to the front? Did you get covered in?
Oh yeah. I might still have that shirt somewhere.
No, I had a white t-shirt on.
Yeah, you gotta when you go to Gwar, you gotta wear like just shitty jeans.
It's probably been bin now. It was just hilarious. I remember we come out and it was just like it was amazing. That was good. I like that. That was good. But yeah, that event sounds absolutely amazing. We need more in this country. I mean, Farmageddon's great, but they're kind of like few and far between here. We've got a few tame ones. I did do work a few years ago for one again in the northwest of the UK called Atmosphere, as in FEAR, and they do some real good ones. But just as like my contract was coming to an end, they decided to do one of those solo houses, so you can pay extra, which are great because they've done them in they do them a lot in America. So I thought this is a great idea, but I never went this year because turned out, I don't know if I mentioned this, it turned out this solo house was like a simulated rape house, and literally torture and rape. That's what it was. And basically you had to sign a waiver, and you go in there and you were put into all different bizarre positions tied to beds, and it was all quite a few people complained, and then well, because they didn't really make it's like, we will touch you, we will do that. I mean, obviously they didn't really rape them, but
of course, but still,
clothed. They were fully clothed, but they were on top of them and quite intimate with them. So if people complained, and then the press got hold of it in the UK, and I'm talking like national newspapers and stuff like that, and they basically were slagging off Atmosphere. But that kind of had the opposite effect, that more people then wanted to go. So it was great marketing for Atmosphere. But my contract had just come to an end at that point. It was just coming to an end. I'm like, I kind of just want to get out, because their attitude, hey, this is great, we've got loads of people. I was like, this is wrong. Even this like anti-rape charity got involved, and it was really horrible.
That's really weird.
Like, this is, you know what I mean? It's like every other event I've been to, even the real hardcore, extreme, gory ones.
Right, exactly.
They're all amazing horror films. And it was like they just crossed this line, and suddenly it's like, this is not good anymore. And quite a few people left, quite a few kind of senior people in the company kind of left at that point and just did other stuff. So it was like, yeah, it's time to go now, I think. It was just like, So, I mean, they're still going. They're still going, but I don't really kind of follow them. And it's hopefully they won't listen and watch this. And
hopefully, you know, because over here, obviously, it's Halloween and everything is a big deal. And I know that as the rest of the world Americanizes and everything, it's becoming a bigger deal everywhere else too. And
definitely.
I'm sure more of them will open up over there.
Well, hopefully. I mean, the shops are stocking over here, are stocking sort of Halloween stuff earlier and earlier. I mean, one thing that's really pissed me off about sort of 4 or 5 years ago, Asda, which is owned by Walmart, so the big superstore here, Asda, they started getting these like just aisles full of Halloween. It started getting more like Walmart. It's like, this is amazing. I absolutely loved it. In fact, it reminded me, before, when we were unboxing some of our Halloween decorations, we kept some of the Asda magazines, which basically were advertising all their Halloween stuff from a few years ago, and it was like full on Halloween. It was like, this is amazing. And probably the last 2 years, they haven't really got into it at all. To a point where most shops now have got Halloween stuff in. Went into Asda, there was nothing in the other day, and I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? And then last year there was like half an aisle of, or maybe just one aisle of Halloween stuff, nothing really that good. And like, they've kind of just backed off it now, which it really upsets me. But then we've got other shops like TK Maxx, which is owned by TJ Maxx.
Of course.
And that's just got loads of stuff in. And then I went into, we've got like, you got like Dollar Tree, we've got Poundland. Not Poundland as in Poundland.
Oh, that's
no, I said it. No, it was. It's not inappropriate, but I took my son into Poundland the other day. Son, I'm going to take you to Poundland. Anyway, they've got loads of Halloween stuff in there as well. It's just like, they've got some really, really good stuff in there for £1. I'm like, that is amazing. So there's some great shops, but I'm just pissed off with Asda. I mean, Walmart, what the fuck are you doing? Come on. We love Halloween in this country, so we want more and all that.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm gutted that I'm not going to be in America this October, because I was last year, and I'm like, kind of really, really missing it. And it's like,
I bet. Yeah.
But we're going to do our own thing over here. I
was in the store earlier, and just a little pharmacy next to my work, and they had in there, they had some of the Reese's pumpkins, and
you know what? Had one last week, because we got them over here. I don't even know where we got them from. I was like,
do you get?
Oh yeah,
over there. Oh, they had candy corn M&Ms, which I've never seen before. Now here's the big question.
I got them last year in Orlando. Yeah, they were nice.
Do you like candy corn?
Yeah, absolutely love.
Yeah, okay. Lots of people don't. It's a very divisive food. Divisive food.
It's just sugar, basically, isn't it? But it's nice.
It's just like a honey drop thing.
Yeah,
They're great. I love them. Yeah,
we've had bags of candy corn we've got in the kitchen. We've got like a cupboard which is sweets, candy, basically, and we've had bags of candy corn in there for years. And I'm like, we bought this about like 5 years ago. Are these going to be okay? Open them, like they're fine. That's mad.
Of course,
they're never going to go off.
Syrup and honey.
No, they're really nice. We all do like them. We all like them. You know what? I've just thought those Reese's pumpkins. There's one in my kitchen, which is my daughter's, and she hasn't eaten it, and she's in bed now.
The ones I really love more, though, and these are my favorite holiday candies for every holiday.
Right.
Do you have Russell Stover's there? Do you get Russell Stover brand chocolates?
No, I don't even know.
No, okay. Well, Russell Stover is an American brand company, and they make every holiday different cream-filled chocolates. And they're not like a great chocolate. They usually run about 99 cents a piece. They're not like a super high-end.
Right.
Or 2 for $1 or whatever.
Yeah.
But they're so good. And the ones that come out this time of year, they have coconut cream filled dark chocolate pumpkins, which are my favorite. And they've got caramel apples that are, just milk chocolate with caramel inside. And then at Christmas time, they have like maple Santas and raspberry Santas. And at Easter time, they've got at Easter time, or, and they had peppermint Santas last year, which is pretty, chocolate peppermint Santas. And then at Easter time, they do like all kinds of flavors. I mean, last year they had key lime pie cream eggs. It was like amazing. So I've been eating those.
I've probably seen them and I didn't know what they were and never.
Maybe they probably don't. Russell Stover's and they've got.
They're
good. So I've been eating those coconut cream dark chocolate pumpkins.
Oh, anything pumpkin or pumpkin spice.
Well, they're not. They're shaped like pumpkins.
Oh, right.
Shaped like pumpkins.
Right.
No, but they've just got coconut cream on it. Yeah,
nice. I'd like to try them actually. That's I'm always looking for something different, and there's not a lot. To be honest, one of my complaints in like the UK, we do like sort of confectionery and stuff like that, cakes and sweets. They do kind of Halloween a lot of the stuff up, but they don't really add flavors. So the Cadbury's cream eggs. You've had Cadbury's cream eggs.
I love them.
They are amazing. So,
do they do scream eggs over there at Halloween time?
Yeah, they do.
Scream eggs. Scream eggs.
Cadbury's scream eggs. So
only they make the inside green
or orange. Some of them are orange. But my only complaint, it just tastes the same as cream eggs. It's like, can't we have some pumpkin spice flavoring or?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you know what I bought the other day though? I tried it last. It's so freaking good. I bought pumpkin spice butter.
You're kidding me.
I'm not. I don't have it. It's upstairs in the fridge.
So hold on. So wait. What have you tried it on? It's just
toast.
Just toast. So any I suppose like sort of do you know what crumpets are? Crumpets? No, I don't know.
Well, that's like
English muffins.
Is a crumpet like a English muffin? Is it like an English muffin?
Similar. Yeah. I'm thinking those toasted with that on would be good. It's got like all little holes in the top. So
that's like an English. I've got some English muffins upstairs actually.
That'd be nice. That is amazing. Oh, it's a couple of times I've been in America and I've gone into. I'm trying to think of the restaurant chain, Outback. You know when they serve you warm bread at the beginning. They've got that honey butter, which is amazing.
That might be Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, is it? I thought it was like a honey. I
can't remember. I haven't been in either one in a very long time, so I'm not entirely sure.
It was like crack, and then I realized I was down in eating all this bread and the butter, and I ordered a big fuck off onion loaf kind of thing, and then a massive steak. I'm like, I'm not gonna get. And you know what? Doing this is making me really hungry now. I'm gonna send you a picture here of the candy I was just talking about, so you'll probably get even more hungry. Can we chat in this thing? Oh, right.
Oh yeah, there we can.
Okay,
cool.
It's gonna come up on.
Yep, that's just a picture of the orange marshmallow.
Russell
Stover. Yeah.
Shit, I recognize it. I recognize it. Yeah. I'm pointing at my screen.
I'm so
pointing
at your screen. Yeah.
You know what? me saying no, I just didn't recognize the name. I recognize the actual design. We have had those, and I tell you where. When we've been to Disney's Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween, where you go trick or treating around the park.
Sense. Yeah.
That we've basically had those in as we went trick or treating. We've had some of those, and I never really knew what they were. And
they don't look like anything they say they're supposed to. They say they're pumpkins. They barely resemble pumpkins. The Santas at Halloween just look like nothing, like a blob.
They taste gorgeous, don't they? I know the ones now. Yeah, I do know
favorites.
The ones. I'm going to go in our cupboard in a minute and see if we've got any from last year, because basically
I just sent you another link there.
What's this? Oh my yes.
So now
I see the logo. Yeah, now I see the logo. Yep. I recognize them. Oh, that looks amazing.
I didn't know if those were something you could get there or not. Kind of like how we can't get, quote unquote real Cadbury unless we order it over the internet.
Yeah, we can't get these in the UK basically. But yeah, I have sampled them when I've been out. Oh, that's amazing. I need to go and eat in a minute. This is crazy. I need to sleep in a minute, but I'm really hungry. I'm thinking,
now you're like, oh, now I want Halloween candy.
I need Halloween candy, definitely. Yeah. I mean, that's the other thing. Just going back, the UK. There's a company who make all these little cakes, Mr. Kipling, and they Halloween up all their cakes. But all they really do is just change the wrapper. There's nothing on the inside, so there's all spooky cream roll chocolate things, but it's just the same. I want flavor.
It's kind of like how the other day I was in the store and I should have bought these at the time. I didn't grab them. Now I can't remember what the hell store I was in, but Little Debbie usually makes Swiss cake rolls, which are just the chocolate rolls with these were pumpkin Swiss cake rolls.
Oh, see, that's what I want. I want Mr. Kipling to make those. Mr. Kipling, you're watching now.
I was like, what? I have never seen. Of course, at the time I didn't grab them, and
then you forget where they are.
Might have been at Walmart. Walmart. Shoot, I can't remember. Well, I'll figure it out.
Got to figure out. Listen, I'm hungry. I'm going to go in a minute.
Yeah.
Why can we end it there in a minute? Because that was a good chat.
Pretty much. We've been going on for a little bit,
which is good. It's the first episode. It's okay. I think it's gone.
Next week we can talk about horror movies or something. We'll figure it out.
We'll talk about something else. And if you're watching and you liked it, please like our YouTube video and subscribe to us, and come back next week.
Sure.
Do all that shit as well.
Do all that stuff,
Yeah, we're going to be full on Halloween, and then after Halloween, we're probably going to be full on Christmas. Yeah. Let's do.
I'll have a little sliver in there where I do something much more American than you and think about Thanksgiving for a hot second. But
thanks what? No,
Thanksgiving. I know. You don't quite get it.
I don't get it. I don't know.
You would love it. It would be the greatest thing.
I know you live in America, but you live close to Canada. So do you kind of celebrate both? Because Canada's early. Isn't it early?
Canada's is in October.
I thought so, yeah.
Thanksgiving is in shit. You would think I would remember what the date is by now, but I don't. Oh, it's kind of like things.
First Thursday, second
Thursday, or second Thursday of October, and kind of like how American Thanksgiving is the last Thursday of November. So, do I celebrate? I've been known to once in a while prepare a Thanksgiving dinner on Canadian Thanksgiving because
I'm loving that.
There's nothing like a turkey dinner. Come on.
Well, no, you know what? We're not American, but we love America, and we do try to make an effort and do a Thanksgiving meal if we can. Not as good as you guys, but it's kind of like, I mean, we on Sunday, it's a tradition in the UK. Not that we do often, to do a roast dinner. So it's kind of like, well, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it on the Thursday. And let's do it on
a Thursday and
pick out. And it's gonna
let's pirate the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Yeah, definitely. You can stream it illegally online somewhere.
I'm sure you probably could.
But you know what? I think we did that last year. I think it was on YouTube or something. I can't.
It might have been.
I think I went onto YouTube, searched for it. There was loads of people doing like live YouTube sort of streams. I was like, this is wicked. And you could basically find different ones, and you're like, whereabouts are they standing? Oh, I know where they're standing. They're actually, it's brilliant. So I know I'm sad. I'm such a wannabe American. It's
I know.
I was brought up on American television and film. So come on.
Most people, most places are. Although I was even though we keep trying to end this, I'm sometimes want to be British. I like to watch British TV shows.
Yeah. You're like BBC and shit. I can understand
BBC.
Yeah.
I'm Black Mirror, and last night I was watching Miranda laughingly.
Miranda. That's so random.
I know, but I love it. It's so funny.
But then last night I'm watching Broad City. I'm watching Workaholics. I'm like,
of course.
It's crazy, really. I know. Yeah, I've got American friends who basically meet up with him in Orlando, and they're like, "What have you guys been doing today?" We're like, "We went to Walmart. We were in there for hours." They're like, "What the fuck are you on?" So it's amazing. Photos of my wife holding like the biggest pizza ever in like Walmart.
That's all right. Ever since my town got a Walmart that's like a few minutes from my house, I'm there all the time.
Walmart's the best. Not as good as Target, but Walmart.
Because I live in a small town, and for years the closest any store was like a half an hour away. Now that the Walmart's right there, I'm just here all the time.
It's great, isn't it? It's just so good. I love it. I want to be there now.
All right. Well, I'll put you out of your misery and stop talking about it.
I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna eat that Reese's pumpkin.
You do it.
Which is in the kitchen, which is my daughter's, which means tomorrow I'm gonna have to remember where we got it from and go and buy another one. So she just will. I'm gonna do that and then go to bed. I'm really gonna do that. So that was a good chat.
Okay.
So
later,
next week we'll do more.
Goodbye, everybody.
Take it easy. See you soon. Bye.